2-1 it would finish at the death with that goal from Matheus Nunes. This is how things look in the table right now. It means that City move up to third. As for Aston Villa, though, it is a blow to their Champions League hopes. They're in 7th with 57 points, 4 shy of Manchester City as it stands right now. We've got Frank Leboeuf joining us as it stands right now. But it's not too often we see Pep Guardiola celebrating like that this season, Craig.
No, because it was just such a big win for them, as one or two have been recently. Because, you know, had Villa beat them tonight, Villa, I think, went into 4th and City drop out of the top 5, dropped down to 6. So it was a big one. But I think, you know, sometimes you make decisions, and I think the decision to put DCC, and it's not the first time that we took Cash off and put a centre-half to right back, and then Stevie was talking about it, just the decision making. He got sucked into the bad touch. He doesn't really want to be out there facing a one-to-one with a wide guy, but that's where he is. He dives in, and then Doku does the rest with a great ball, and Matheus Nunes at the back post with a terrific finish. And you saw also the frustration in Unai Emery, because he knew how big this was as well. But for Guardiola, it's just about getting into the top 4/5 now. That's how his season has been since probably January, February. And it looks like after this result that they're probably going to do it.
Massive win today for City, Stevie.
Well, it makes them favourites, I would say. Had they not won this game, had it been it probably deserved to be a draw. Probably both sides deserve to get a point out of this. Certainly Villa deserve something out of it. And that would have made it nip and tuck. But I think this result could be the one that just changes it for City. And I think absolutely now, after beating Villa, they become one of the favourites for the top 5.
What did you think of it, Frank?
Well, that was a good game to watch, entertaining to watch. And as Stevie said, I think a draw would have been fair. Even if I think Manchester City tried maybe more, but in counter-attack, you know, Villa were very present and they did what they had to do. I agree with Craig. The substitution of Cash with Disasi was a bad option from Unai Emery. And on City side, you know, I saw a better City in a way that the counter-pressing was better than before. They were all together working hard to get the ball back. But there's the same issue from Manchester City. As long as they don't have Marmoush or Doku on the side to change the pace of the game and to make the difference, they don't achieve anything. And we saw that the first half with Marmoush when he gave the ball to the assist to Silva, and Doku when he came on. And even if I think he wanted to give the ball to Gundogan and not Nunes, he changed the pace. He created problem and issues to the opponent. The other, they don't. They keep the ball. They're doing great. I think Silva had a decent game, very good game, even though. But they don't change the pace, and there are no surprises anymore. And so I think Guardiola has to think about that. He had a hard time to make a substitution today, still, but he made a good one with Doku, and he has to think about that more to change his game and to change of the way he thinks the game.
If he doesn't think Guardiola that's a penalty, then he doesn't know what a penalty is. I mean, let's be honest.
He was fuming though.
Oh yeah.
Why though?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
I mean, Diaz's right thigh comes across and wipes out Ramsey. It's not difficult on the behind the goal angle. But you mentioned Guardiola celebrating. It was not just him after the game, and I kind of think that tells you where they are and where they've been. That I was watching the players go down the tunnel, and Begiristan, one of the technical sporting directors, was out there as well, hugging Guardiola and hugging the players, and Rodri. It was like, I've only ever seen them do that when they sort of beat Liverpool to win the league and then win the Champions League. That's the only time I've really seen them celebrate like I saw them tonight. It was like they just won the double. It was just they had done something that nobody else had done, and I think it kind of tells you the mindset, how much they've been struggling and how much this game against a very good Villa side meant to them tonight, because you got the feeling of Villa had taken the 3 points, and as the guys have said, they could have done with the chances that they created, and Villa slipped to 6. We're now putting them in the same sort of boat as Chelsea, aren't we? Oh, they're going to struggle to get in. So the way they celebrated going off the pitch was like, I'm used to seeing them celebrate when they win the Champions League. So obviously inside the dressing room, they knew that was a big night for them.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy tonight, as Craig mentioned, given Villa's form coming into it, Stevie. So what does that do for them now?
Well, and they shouldn't, because not only because of who the opposition were and how the opposition play, but they know Unai Emery's smart, knows what he's doing, he knew he would come up with something, but also because they know that they're a little unpredictable. And so everything makes them get on their toes and makes them anxious. And as Craig's talking about there at the end of the game, that tells you that they knew coming into this game that this could go either way. And they were wanting to make sure it went their way. Now it turns out that piece of magic from Doku, nice finish from Nunez, means that they take the spoils. But they understand that between now and the end of the season, they can't take the foot off the pedal because they know they're in a fight to get in Champions League. And for them, not being in the Champions League next season, well, you saw the smiles on their faces. They know they've got to be there.
They put themselves in the driving seat now, though, Manchester City. They're up to third with that result. So when you take a look at the fixtures that they've got remaining in the Premier League, it's looking a lot more favourable for them.
The old top 5 fixture running.
It's that time of the show.
Go, it's exciting.
Bring
Come on,
it
drop
on.
it in.
Bring
Come on,
it on.
drop it in. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yes.
Away to Southampton.
Well, to be fair, Wolves are probably the informed team in the Premier League. No, Southampton, can we just... that's a given, yeah?
Yep.
So it's not easy. I mean, Fulham are a bit hit and a miss, and Bournemouth are a good side, but they've had the moments. So, I think Man City will be in the top 5.
Yeah.